January 12, 2024. Chicago, Illinois. Sirens wail. A man lies on cold pavement. Blood pools under him. Moments ago, two gang members chased him down an alley. They cornered him by a rusted fence. He begged. They didn't stop. This is not fiction. It's real. Under the red streetlight, one shot rang out. Echoing screams. Then, silence. The gangs were at war. Lives shattered. Secrets buried in every street corner. What triggers young men to kill for turf? What hidden deals led to this moment? This is a true story. Watch to the end. Subscribe now to @Unbelievable True Story. January 12, 2024. 8:36 p.m. Chicago, Illinois. United States. Snow drifts down like falling ash. Streetlights flicker above West Garfield Park. A block away, a child's laughter echoes, then vanishes into the sound of gunshots. 3 loud cracks. A man stumbles. He grips his stomach. Blood spills through his fingers like hot syrup on fresh snow. He collapses near a chain-link fence behind an old liquor store. His final breath leaves his lips before anyone even calls 911. The shooter doesn't run. He walks away. Calm. Hood up. Disappears into the shadows. Why did this happen? Who was he? And how did this single killing spark a war that would choke the streets of Chicago for the next 18 months? This isn't just gang violence. This was organized chaos, with history going back decades. Jermaine Lil Ghost Carter, age 19. Victim: former high school athlete turned GD, Gangster Disciples, member. Eric Baby Ice Morales, age 21. Suspected killer. Member of the Latin Kings. Detective Carla Benson, lead investigator with CPD, Chicago Police Department, Gang Crimes Division. Alicia Carter, Jermaine's sister, 17, high school junior. The last person to see him alive. Vishal Chade D. Harris, GD lieutenant, Jermaine's close friend. Relevant: Leon Mallory, community pastor trying to broker peace. Chicago has seen over 600 gang-related shootings per year for the last 5 years. Turf wars between the Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, Vice Lords, and Latin Kings carved neighborhoods into blood-stained borders. The West Side, in particular, has become a battleground. But what makes this shooting different? Detective Carla Benson explains in a police press conference. This wasn't random. Jermaine Carter wasn't a bystander. He was a message. January 5, 2024, 1 week earlier. Jermaine Carter was spotted outside a gas station on Pulaski Avenue, throwing up a GD hand sign in a TikTok live stream. In the background, a Latin Kings mural had been recently defaced. Police believe this triggered a retaliation hit. January 10, 2024, 2 days before the murder. A cryptic Instagram post from a Latin Kings burner account appeared. Every ghost gets caught. 48 hours, crown emoji, gun emoji. Gang intel confirms, Ghost was Jermaine's nickname in the streets. January 12, 2024, the day of the murder. 7:52 p.m., Jermaine leaves his aunt's apartment in West Garfield Park. 8:21 p.m., he texts Alicia, "I'm good. Be home soon." 8:36 p.m., surveillance captures 2 figures chasing him into the alley. 8:37 p.m., gunshots. 8:40 p.m., police arrive. Jermaine is pronounced dead on the scene. Alicia Carter clutches her brother's photo, tears streaming down her face. He wasn't no angel. But he was trying. He wanted out. He was done with the set. But the set wasn't done with him. In the church, friends sit in stunned silence. No one speaks much. The gang rules are clear: don't cry in public. Don't show fear. But in private, they're unraveling. Detective Benson uncovers evidence that this wasn't just a killing. It was an opening salvo. The Latin Kings believe a turf line was crossed. But there's more here. We're seeing communication between higher-ups on both sides. This may have been sanctioned. Authorities discover a coded message in a seized phone, suggesting the hit had been greenlit from jail, where many gang leaders still operate freely. January 14, 2024, 2 days later. Deshaun Shady D. Harris posts a chilling video online. A scheme mask. A pistol. A simple sentence. "We comin'. Y'all started it." Later that night, a known Latin King associate, Manny Ortega, is shot 6 times outside a convenience store on 18th Street. He survives, but barely. The retaliation cycle has begun. 2 gangs. 2 bodies. 1 city burning slowly from within. Jermaine's funeral is held at New Light Baptist Church. Over 200 people attend. Outside, squad cars line the block. Inside, the atmosphere is tight. Eyes dart. Old enemies sit under the same roof. Peace is fragile. Relevant Mallory speaks. "We cannot keep burying children. We cannot keep feeding this war. Somebody must say, enough." But not everyone agrees. After the service, someone sprays GD4 leaders, gangster disciples for life, on a wall across the street. A rival symbol is crossed out below it. The war is now public. This is a real story. Every fact you hear is public. You can check it yourself. If real-life mysteries leave you breathless, subscribe now to @Unbelievable True Story. Because the next truth we uncover might hit even closer to home. January 20, 2024, 10:43 p.m. Chicago's South Lawndale. A black Dodge Charger creeps down the block, headlights off. Inside, 3 members of the gangster disciples. In the trunk, a sawed-off shotgun and 2 pistols. They're not just retaliating anymore, they're hunting. Their target, a Latin King's drug spot on Cermak Road. Known territory. No police. No cameras. No mercy. 10:51 p.m. They jump out. Shots fire. 6 rounds. 1 man drops. Another dives behind a car, screaming. The GDs vanish into the dark, no license plates, no names. Local headlines the next morning read: Gang violence escalates in West Side shootings, 2nd attack in a week. The mayor holds a press conference. Community leaders call for calm. But on the streets, calm means weakness. Police now confirm 5 separate retaliatory shootings have occurred in just 8 days. No arrests. No witnesses. No snitches. February 3, 2024. Detective Benson finally gets a break. A court-ordered wiretap captures a chilling call from a prison phone. It's from Ramon King Rico Martinez, a mid-level Latin King's shot caller doing 12 years. "Tell Baby Ice the line has been drawn. Ghost was step 1. But we need blood for the wall. 6 deep. Or don't come back. 6. Dead." That was the quota. Jermaine's murder wasn't personal, it was a head count. Benson listens again. She exhales. They're keeping score. The CPD quietly launches Operation Silent Flame, an undercover mission to insert 2 informants into the conflict. Target, a supposed peace summit scheduled for February 10, rumored to be a trap. Informant 1, a former GD runner, now flipped. Informant 2, an ex-Kings member looking to avoid jail. Their mission: record all conversations. Identify any mentions of hits, payments, or leadership orders. February 10, 2024, 6:32 p.m. A warehouse near Cicero Avenue. Inside, 15 men from rival sets stand under a hanging bulb. No phones. No weapons. Just words. Reverend Mallory hosts it. His voice shakes. "We are bleeding each other. Over what? Corners that ain't even ours." At first, silence. Then, Shady D speaks up. "We lost Ghost. We ain't forgetting that." Another replies. "You didn't forget. Then don't forget we lost two. And we still here." It's not peace. It's posturing. But just outside, unknown to most inside, a lookout watches from the rooftop. His radio crackles. They all in. We ready. 7:14 p.m. As Reverend Mallory ends the meeting with a prayer, a dark SUV screeches into the lot. Doors swing open. Masked men open fire with automatics. 3 people are hit. 1 dies on the scene. It's an ambush. The shooter? One of their own. A former member of the GDs, now flipped to the Kings for money and power. The peace summit was a trap all along. The city explodes in outrage. News anchors cry live on air. Memorials pop up on every corner. Detective Benson issues a rare emotional plea. We are losing a generation. This is no longer about gangs. This is organized war. Police begin round-the-clock raids. 30+ arrests in 72 hours. Safe houses busted. Phones seized. But leadership remains untouched. Why? Because the real commanders aren't in Chicago anymore. They're in jail. Or across state lines. Or behind ghost accounts and burner phones. The war is now decentralized, leaderless, and dangerously unpredictable. They said it would stop after my brother. They said he was the target. But now, it feels like they want all of us gone. I see boys my age carrying guns to school. I walk home fast, head down. Every car that slows down makes me think it's my last day. Reviewing wiretap logs, Benson connects the dots. 3 names keep repeating. The Chessman. Mr. Brown. Ghostface. None of them appear in gang records. No arrests. No photos. No known affiliations. They might be aliases, or something more terrifying, coordinators. Not gang members. Organizers. She shares her theory at a closed FBI briefing. We're not fighting gangs anymore. We're fighting a freelance network of war contractors. Kids used as pawns. Orders given anonymously. Executions done like business deals. 8 shootings in 24 hours. 4 dead. 2 children injured by stray bullets. 1 cop shot. News blackout. City officials panic. But on social media, the violence trends for 48 hours under one hashtag. Hashtag #ChiWar. The people now give the conflict a name. Detective Benson stands outside a crime scene. Snow falling again. You hear a shot now. And you don't even flinch. That's the scariest part. You stop feeling it. March 2, 2024, 7 p.m. Location, Harrison Park, Pilsen neighborhood, Chicago. Over 200 people gather in silence, holding candles and photos of lost children. Soft gospel music plays. Mothers hold each other. Fathers stand like stone. The youngest photo, Deshaun, age 9, caught in crossfire walking home. Mayor Thompson stands beside relevant Mallory, who whispers a prayer. Suddenly. Screaming. Gunfire. Panic. Bullets rip through the night. The crowd disperses in a storm of bodies and chaos. 3 more wounded. 1 dead. The war has no boundaries now. Not even vigils. Tonight, a vigil became a battleground. Our children's funerals are turning into war zones. And our silence is becoming complicity. March 4, 2024. Detective Benson's hands tremble as she holds Deshaun's bloodied backpack. It's Spider-Man themed. He just wanted to be a kid, she says, fighting tears. He didn't even know what side he lived on. That night, she makes a decision. We stop following the soldiers. We start hunting the commanders. Benson creates a secret unit, codenamed King's Fall. Goal. Trace coded messages from prisons. Decrypt burner app activity. Pinpoint street bosses running orders through ghost phones. She brings an FBI cyber forensics. They discover dozens of encrypted message chains across Telegram, Signal, and prison tablets, using Bible verses, sports stats, and even emoji codes to mask instructions. Pattern found. Basketball emoji, plus, crown emoji, plus, droplet emoji, equals send a killer from King set to the Water District block. Fire emoji, plus, baby emoji, equals young hitter needed for fire attack. Owl emoji, equals surveillance. Sleepy emoji equals wait. This is not random violence. It's coded warfare. March 9, 2024, 3:18 a.m. A SWAT team hits a house in North Austin. Inside, 2 AR-15s, 5 burner phones, a hand-drawn map with red dots and X's, a laptop left open, message on screen. Target confirmed, Bison. After church. Bonus if public. But the laptop's IP traces to a church office Wi-Fi. Someone is using sacred ground for war planning. Public records show Bison is a nickname for Ernesto Bison Alvarez, a former Latin King turned community organizer. He runs a youth rehab center. Recently, he gave a televised speech calling for the end of blood chains. He's a traitor to the gangs, and now, a target. March 10, 2024, 11:12 a.m. Just after Sunday service, Bison walks into a parking lot, hugging a mother who lost her son. A motorcycle pulls up. 2 shots ring out. One hits him in the shoulder. Blood pours. Screams. Children run. But Bison survives. They shot me because I told kids to live. They missed my heart. But they didn't miss the message. If you hear me, Chicago, stop killing your brothers. The video racks up 3.2 million views in 48 hours. The comment section becomes a war zone of its own. He's brave. He's rat. He's next. This is a real story. Every fact you hear is public. You can check it yourself. If real-life mysteries leave you breathless, subscribe now to @Unbelievable True Story. Because the next truth we uncover might hit even closer to home. As data piles in, a chilling hypothesis forms. These aren't just gang feuds. There may be a secret council, a loose alliance of high-ranking shot callers coordinating targets, resource shares, escape routes, peace pacts that are later broken. They may not even be in the same gang. They are entrepreneurs of war. Intercepted from Stateville Correctional Center. If blood must pour for order to return, then we pour. We don't lead colors. We lead control. Let them think it's random. Signed. MR alias linked to the chess man, first mentioned weeks ago. March 15, 2024, 8:09 p.m. Southside Housing Project. A known Latin King's lookout is cornered by 2 GD hitters. They don't shoot him. They record him begging for his life, crying out that he has kids. They post it to a burner Instagram account. Caption, "Now you beg." The account disappears in 20 minutes. But the clip spreads like wildfire. It's not just murder now, it's theater. March 18, 2024, 11:44 p.m. She leaves a voice memo for her partner. "I don't know if we're too late. Every time we shut down one lead, 5 more pop up. These kids, they think they're kings and gods and soldiers. But they're kids. And they're dying fast." Enter, Jordan Khalid, 31, independent journalist and podcaster. Former Southside native. His docuseries, Wounds of West Chicago, starts gaining viral traction. He interviews victims' families, former gang members, corrupt city officials. He claims he's tracked 2 active commanders to a federal prison in Arkansas and a nightclub owner in Miami. But before he can air the names, his podcast goes silent. March 20, 2024, 1:02 a.m. Jordan Khalid texts his producer. "I got him. I got all 3 names. Sending tomorrow morning." He never shows up. His apartment, empty. No sign of struggle. Laptop gone. Phone found cracked on a Blue Line train platform. No surveillance. No trace. His last known Google search? Chicago, Bloodline War Hierarchy Structure. March 21, 2024, 3:15 p.m. Bronzeville, South Side. For the first time in months, the streets go silent. No gunshots. No sirens. No screams. Just a strange, Heavy air across the city, like everyone's holding their breath. Detective Benson paces her precinct hallway. "It's not peace," she says. "It's a storm holding its breath." She stares at a map, red pins everywhere. But there's one untouched spot. A warehouse district near the Calumet River. It's been quiet. Too quiet. That night, Benson's team deploys 2 undercover officers in a blacked-out van outside a corrugated warehouse at 37th and Torrance. 12:44 a.m., a convoy pulls up. 3 SUVs. No lights. Men step out wearing no gang colors. Clean suits. One speaks with a European accent. The warehouse door opens. The officers film everything. But just before the last man enters, he looks straight at the surveillance van. Smiles. Signal jammed. Feet cut. Both officers go dark. At sunrise, the van is found empty. Engine running. Phones and cameras wiped. 2 undercover officers missing. CPD mum. Community on edge. The families demand answers. The community demands truth. The streets whisper, "The Kings got them." March 22, 2024, 8 a.m. Popular black radio host Tyrone McRae takes the mic. "This ain't just gang war. This is coordinated, funded, protected. Somebody bigger is pulling the strings. And we better start asking. Who profits off our kids dying?" He's fired the same day. His final words before the mic cuts out. "If I go missing, look in the shadows. Not the corners." She hasn't slept in 39 hours. Her desk is a mountain of redacted files, mugshots, obits, burner numbers. One photo on a corkboard is circled twice. Deacon Malik Monroe. Age 54. Former Latin king. Now church leader. But he shows up in 4 funeral videos. Each with a different gang set in the front row. She visits his church. Inside. Bulletproof pulpit. 2 exit doors with coded locks. Hidden safe under the floorboards inside the safe. Cash. Phones. A notebook titled "A Table." Inside the notebook. "There is no peace unless we eat together. No kings without counsel. Order is a meal best fed in blood." 7 names. All initials. MRGSTK Church. Blade. Nile. Kite. Meeting, 3:30. South Loop. No names. No guns. Only resolve. Benson now believes there is not just a secret council, but a shadow board, a cross-gang network of OGs, ex-prison leaders, clergy, and business owners. They control street-level conflict, drug routes, political favors, ceasefires, violent escalation. Every gang war is managed, controlled, like a stock market of blood. March 25, 2024, City Hall, Chicago. 50 mothers stand barefoot in front of City Hall. Each one holds a picture of their murdered child. They chant, "We are not collateral. We are not numbers. Say their names. Stop this war." One mother collapses mid-speech. Another screams, "Give me my baby back." News cameras cut away. Only one local blog posts the full footage. It gets removed 12 hours later. March 26, 2024, 2:08 a.m. An unknown number rings Benson. Male voice. "Calm. Older. You've found pieces of the puzzle. Stop now, or you won't find your partner next." Then, dial tone. The phone can't be traced. Jordan's producer leaks a file titled, "Civil Bloodline Project," in zip format. Inside. Voice memos from ex-gang members. Maps of money laundering routes through fake non-profits. Audio, a prison call between MR and Kite planning the Bison hit. Folder, Future Ops, includes surveillance photos of 2 city aldermen and a known CPD mole. The files are real. And someone wants them gone. March 28, 2024, CPDHQ. Detective Benson is suspended for unauthorized surveillance, data theft, and endangering officer lives. "You're making enemies, Benson," her captain says. "And they wear both uniforms and crosses. March 30, 2024, 11:58 p.m. A rooftop in the South Loop. 7 men gather around a fire pit. They wear no gang colors. Just watches, rings, expensive shoes. They don't argue. They don't curse. They don't look afraid. One says, "We gave them outlets. They turned them into graves. Let the blood speak now." They toast glasses of whiskey. This is not fiction. Every detail is part of a real case that you can verify yourself. Who are these 7 men? Why are so many trying to silence the truth? And how many of us unknowingly support the machine that fuels this war? The war isn't just in the streets. It's in the schools, the churches, the silence. April 1, 2024, 12 a.m., South Loop rooftop, Chicago. A single match strikes in the dark. 7 men in suits stand around and open fire. No words now. Just nods. One tosses a folded photo into the flames. It's Jordan Khalid. Another tosses a badge, CPD issued. A final one drops a child's drawing of a home. It burns slow. Then, all 7 vanish into the dark. Recap. 43 gang-related deaths in 90 days. 2 missing officers. 1 suspended detective. Dozens of redacted files and erased footage. A hidden shadow board with ties across every known gang set in the city. But the war wasn't just about territory. It was about control. Over fear. Over narratives. Over truth. April 2, 2024, a package arrives at the Tribune. An unmarked envelope. No return address. Inside. A flash drive. A handwritten note. "You want the truth? Tell it loud. Or not at all." The drive contains video from inside the March 30th meeting. A full list of board aliases and street names. Proof of laundering through a local housing non-profit. Secret recordings of CPD meetings referencing strategic containment. April 3rd, the Tribune publishes the table, "The Real Rulers of Chicago's Blood War." The headline explodes. Within 24 hours, 7 anonymous board members are doxxed. 2 aldermen resign. CPD launches an internal realignment probe. One of the 7 is found dead in a lake near Indiana, hands bound, lips sewn shut. Benson appears on a live stream. "I was warned, threatened, silenced. But I won't die holding back the truth." The board runs your neighborhoods. They pick which kids live. And which don't. She lists names. She demands a federal investigation. She's fired within the week. Students at Dunbar High walk out. They hold signs that read, "My brother was not a pawn." And the board. "Tell us the names." Within hours, thousands join. Live feeds are cut. TikTok posts removed. But the truth spreads faster than they can stop it. April 10, 2024, West Side Community Center. A drive-by shatters the center's windows during a youth grief session. 3 teens injured. 1 youth counselor killed. The shooter leaves a note on the hood. "You speak, you bleed." The table doesn't break. Benson's apartment was ransacked. Everything's gone. Files. Laptop. Phone. Jordan's backup drive. The word "stop" is painted in black across her mirror. April 12, 2024, 2:47 a.m. Benson receives a scrambled call. "This is Jordan. I'm alive. I had to disappear. They own the streets. But we own the light. Keep going, Tasha. Don't stop. They're breaking." He hangs up. Trace fails. But the voice is real. April 14, 2024, 1A. U.S. Senate Committee opens an investigation titled "Urban War Economies, Unmasking America's Internal Conflict Machine." The first witness called? Detective Tasha Benson. Somewhere deep underground, an abandoned train station near Lower Wacker Drive. 5 remaining board members meet in silence. They no longer look proud. They look hunted. One says, "We survived the wars. But we forgot to silence the storytellers." Another replies, "We didn't lose the streets. We lost the silence." They agree to disappear. Let the pawns burn. The kings retreat. Benson walks alone down Michigan Avenue, press following. Jordan's face appears in a leaked video, looking gaunt, alive, whispering, "Truth is blood." But it doesn't clot easy. The Tribune headlines keep coming. Families hold vigils for the missing, the dead, the ignored. The seventh seat at the table remains empty. A mother kneels at her son's grave. She whispers, "You were more than a set. More than a number. They didn't win, baby. Not this time." As she lays down his favorite toy truck, a gust of wind lifts a flyer nearby. Real stories. Real justice. We are not done. This is not fiction. Every detail is part of a real case that you can verify yourself. What systems are hiding behind your city's violence? How many stories are buried behind gang labels and statistics? And if the storytellers vanish, who controls the truth? Have you heard this story before? What do you think truly happened that night on the rooftop? Who do you believe pulled the real strings in the Chicago gang war? If you're drawn to real stories that stay with you, subscribe now to @Unbelievable True Story. Because every week, we reveal the darkest truths hidden in plain sight. Watch the next video on your screen, or explore our playlist of real crimes and secrets. The next one might be even closer to your home.